Well, just, I think there are lifelong dreams, but then there's your dream of working at Purdue.
Yeah.
I mean, has this been on your bucket list for how many years?
For a long time. I gave that senior year speech in '02, and I said I'll be back. I'll be back one day. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'll be back. And this is a dream come true for me today.
So how did this all come about here over the last month?
Well, Coach Versa called, and she just said, I have a position open, and I'm interviewing a couple of candidates, and we talked for a while on the phone, and I hung up, and I was like, oh man, even if that's only as far as it goes, that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, that's great. So, weeks went by, and the recruiting period went, and she came back and called me up and said, let's do a second interview. And I'm like, oh man, step 2, we're getting closer, we're getting closer. She said, okay, I'll have my decision by tonight. I'm like, tonight? Oh my gosh. So for the next 3 hours, I'm just like, oh, what do I do? Do I call my mom? Do I not call my mom? Do I tell somebody? Do I, run in the streets? What do I do? And so she called back later that evening and said, I'm offering you the position. And obviously I went crazy. It was like completely, one of the neatest moments in my life. And so here I am living the dream now. So.
There was no, I need to think about it?
There was no I need to think about it. No, there was no I need to think about it or let me check back with you. It was I will take it, absolutely.
So, I mean, obviously people remember you as a player and the way you played and the toughness that you showed. How are you as a coach?
I think I'm very similar. I like to work hard, but I like to do it and have fun at the same time. I think there's a place to really, strap on your boots and then go to work and grind and give it all you have. And I think there are times to smile and engage and have fun too. So as a coach, very similar to how I played. And I love Purdue, so I'll give my heart and soul as a coach like I did as a player.
What things in the stops at Auburn, Valpo, and Albany have you learned that make you ready for this?
Well, I think every stop that you pass through, you learn something, not just about yourself, but about how you want to coach and where you want to coach. And I think it's a good thing when you finally realize where you're supposed to be, the level you're supposed to be at, and the people you're supposed to be surrounded with. And I know Coach Versa is very intense, and she wants to win, and I'm very intense, and I want to win. And so, you combine those two things with a great team, and you're going to get a national caliber team, and that's exactly what we want here.
So what do you think about the program as you come back to it now compared to what it was?
Well, these locker rooms are a lot nicer. No, it's a beautiful facility. I mean, this is an unbelievable job that they've done here. My special moment is going to be walking out that tunnel and looking up at the crowd again as a member of the team. So that'll be exciting for me.
Just from a recruiting standpoint, I mean, what do you believe your strengths are in that area?
Well, I think a lot of recruiting is relationships. You've got to build relationships with players. You have to build relationships with coaches. And one of the things that is deep in my heart that you can't fake is a passion for Purdue. And when you love a place, it's easy to sell it. And for me, it's always been about, this is a special place for family, a place that I know can make and produce great players because I've been around them, I've seen them. So at a recruiting standpoint, taking my passion and my love for Purdue and really getting those top-notch kids to believe in the same vision that we have is something that I think I can do.
You've had a lot of stops on your way here. What would you say after all those places that you've gained that you can start bringing to this program?
I think one of the things that I probably can bring the most is, I've coached different positions. So I've coached the post, I've coached the guards, I've recruited in the Northeast, I've recruited in the South, I've recruited, so I branch out in different things. It's not just I was locked into one place for the last 10 years, coaching only guards. I have a much different perspective now on post players. They weren't my favorite people when I played, but now you have an appreciation for them because I coached them for a while. So I think the different stops have helped me kind of pull different pieces of the states and the recruiting aspect to get players all over.
Who was the first person you called once Sharon called you back and offered you the job?
Well, my mom. My mom was the first, and then the line kind of trickled down from Nell Fortner to Steph to Carrie to Stack to Coach Peck, So just about everybody in that 99 team got a phone call or an email. So they're all excited, and it's a great day for Purdue basketball.
So how